Hi dear friends, we are discussing the chapter Reflection of Light at Curved Surfaces. In the previous class we have seen the introduction of the lesson and how to identify the convex and concave mirrors, and in the terminology related to mirrors we have seen what is normal and how to draw or how to identify normal to a plane mirror, convex and concave mirrors. All these concepts we have seen in the previous class. Now let us proceed further. The next definition is center of curvature. Let us try to read the statement here. The point in the center of the sphere from which the mirror was sliced or cut off is known as center of curvature and is denoted by the letter capital C. The point in the center of the sphere. Let us try to understand this statement. The point in the center of the sphere. As we all are aware that either it may be convex or concave mirror has its basic origin from the structure, that is sphere. The center point of that particular sphere from which the mirror was sliced is known as center of curvature. Now the question is how to identify the center of curvature. For that, let us look at the following diagrams. Now you can see this first one. It is resembling the concave mirror. Now if you see these nails represents the normals. Now if you clearly observe these nails appears to be converging at a particular point capital C. This point capital C is known as center of curvature. Now let us go for a convex mirror. A slight change here. Here the normals appears to be diverging from a particular point capital C. That is known as center of curvature. This is the way you identify the center of curvature. Now how can you find normal at any point on a spherical mirror? For that, let us recall a little bit of geometry, that is your circles and tangent. A circle is given to you and asks you to draw a tangent. How do you do it? Now I am taking a point on the circle and I am trying to draw a tangent to this. It is going to appear like this. The blue color line represents the tangent. Now at the same point I am drawing a perpendicular line to this tangent. What that perpendicular line represents? That perpendicular line represents the radius of that particular circle. Any perpendicular line drawn to a tangent of a circle represents the radius of that particular circle. Now let us apply this concept to identify the normal at any point on a spherical mirror. Now for that, let us take a concave mirror. We have taken a concave mirror and we are drawing a line, the midpoint of the concave mirror, and we have identified the center of curvature, and from this center of curvature we are trying to draw a line to a point on the mirror. This line which is drawn from center of curvature to a point on the mirror represents the normal of that particular point. Now let us try to draw one more. Now this one also. The line which is drawn from center of curvature to any point on the mirror represents the normal of that particular point. Now this is the way you find normal at any point on a spherical mirror. This is the way you find the normal. Now next, the next definition is the midpoint or the geometric center of the mirror is known as pole, which is denoted by capital P. Don't get confused between the center of curvature and the pole. Center of curvature is the center point of the sphere, while the pole is the midpoint or the geometric center of the mirror. You can see we have identified on this diagram capital P. Now next one is the principal axis. The horizontal line which passes through the capital C and capital P is known as principal axis. What is this capital C and capital P? Capital C represents the center of curvature and capital P represents the pole. Now we have taken a concave mirror and we have identified the pole and center of curvature for this. Now we are trying to draw a line through these 2 points. We have drawn a line through these 2 points. What that line represents? That line represents the principal axis. That line represents the principal axis. Next, radius of curvature, which is denoted by capital R. The distance between capital P and capital C. What is this capital P? Pole. What is this capital C? Center of curvature. The distance between this pole and center of curvature is known as radius of curvature, which is denoted by capital R. Now for that we have taken a concave mirror, and what are these capital P and capital C? We have seen already. Now we are trying to draw a line. What this line represents, that is known as principal axis. Now what is this dotted line? Those are normals. Next, the distance between capital P and capital C represents the radius of curvature. You can see here the distance between capital P and capital C is known as radius of curvature. Next, how do you create a situation in which one gets the parallel rays? What is the significance of the parallel rays? We will study in the further lectures. But how do you create a situation in which one gets the parallel rays? For that, let us carry out an activity. For that, let us take a thermocol block and stuck two pins such that these two pins are parallel to each other. Now bring out a candle near to this object and try to observe the image of the object. Now whenever the candle is near to the object, you can see the image, it appears to be diverging. The nails appears to be diverging to each other. Now try to move the candle away from the object. Now try to observe the image of the nails. Now you will see that the nails appears to be parallel to each other. The image of the nails appears to be parallel to each other, and the intensity of the light also decreases. Now what do you conclude from these two diagrams or from this activity? In order to obtain a parallel rays, the source of the light should be far away from the object. Now in the nature, where do you find the source? Where do you find the source in the nature? That is your sun. Your sun. Sun is far away from the objects which are present on the Earth's surface. Now the next definition is focus or focal point. To understand the statement, let us carry out an activity. Now take a concave mirror and try to bring a piece of paper in front of the concave mirror, and while moving the paper in front of the mirror, try to obtain a bright spot. At a particular point you will see a bright spot. What that bright spot represents? It is the image of the sun. Now try to read this statement. The rays coming from the sun parallel to the principal axis of the concave mirror converge to a point called focus or focal point. Now try to understand this statement using the ray diagram. Now this is a concave mirror which is given here, and this one is the principal axis. Now this orange color line is the incident ray. We have taken an incident ray. If you clearly observe that incident ray, that is parallel to the principal axis. We have taken an incident ray which is parallel to the principal axis. Now let us try to draw the reflected ray for that. Now this is going to be the reflected ray for that particular incident. Now this dotted line represents the normal. Already we have seen that any line which is drawn from center of curvature to a point on the mirror represents a normal. Likewise, try to obtain some other different incident rays. Now we have obtained different incident rays. If you clearly observe these incident rays, these are parallel to the principal axis. You can see. Now try to observe the reflected rays of those parallel incident rays. Now clearly observe the reflected rays. All the reflected rays are passing through one common point. Now why are they passing through one common point? Because they are incidenting parallel to the principal axis. That is why they are passing through one common point. That point is called focus or focal point, which is represented by capital F. Now don't forget to indicate the arrow indications. You can see like this: incident and reflected rays. Now let us go for the next definition, that is the distance from pole of the mirror to focal point is called focal length. The distance from this pole to this capital F is known as small f. Small f means focal length. The distance from pole of the mirror and focal point or focus is known as focal length, which is denoted by small f. Don't get confused between the focal point and focal length. Focal point is denoted by capital F, focal length is denoted by small f. Thank you.